everything starts up front with the O-line, and that's kind of what I'm used to in my 5 years of BYU. So I think a lot of it's transition, but obviously a lot more scheme, a lot more concepts that we run here, and so just getting used to those and getting experiences has been the biggest difference.
What are the most important lessons so far you've learned from Kirk Cousins?
Taking all the info you can. I mean, anytime he's speaking, find something that's of value. He's played a lot of years in this league and, spent a lot of time in life and whatnot, so everything he says has great value, and I'm just trying to soak it all in.
So just soaking all in, was that like your number one goal coming into first
Absolutely.
camp?
Yeah, no expectations, just goals to get better, goals to, have value on the team somehow, but just soak it all up as much as possible and carry that over to next year.
And when it comes to Kirk, too, just the sheer volume of KO's offense, right, and the terminology and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, you already know a lot of the plays, it's just sometimes the terminology. How does Kirk help with that, or what do you do specifically to kind of take it in?
Yeah, just understanding how Kirk and Nick both, how they take in those words, how they call plays. That's the biggest difference for me right now. The football's all the same, compete, but calling the plays in the huddle, it's no signals from the sideline anymore. So understanding how they use their phones to do it and just ways to get familiar with the words is the most important way to do that.
And it really helps too, KO, former quarterback too, right? Speaking your language, he's been helpful that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you have your play caller that's played your position and he knows what you're seeing and what, kind of what the expectation is out of you, it's easy to relate. And, whenever they speak, you definitely listen.
And also the spirit of competition, right? They're not just saying, hey,
oh,
heavens already number 2, right? Like you can fight for it. So just that open-ended competition.
Yeah, football is a competitive sport. For me, my only focus right now is just to understand this offense, get a grasp of it, because until that, there's no conversation whatsoever about that. So you got to be able to prove you can run the offense, and I'm still in that stage right now, so no thoughts about that for me.
How about as a young quarterback too, watching the show Quarterback on Netflix? Did you watch that?
Yeah. I'm about halfway through it right now, trying to grind through it this camp, but it's been really, really cool to see Kurt in that light, and it's Patrick and Marcus.
And finally, the defense too, right? They're throwing different fronts, different schemes at you guys really quick.
Yeah.
Good to kind of hone that, even though it's early, right?
Yeah, and just being here, all the talk about Coach Flo coming from, KO and how important he is to this team and the identity of this defense, understanding really how difficult of a defense it is to go against every day. But I think that's to our benefit as quarterbacks and as an offense to be able to see that day in and day out. And then, when you go into the season, play a little more traditional defense, I think it's our offense will come even better.
One more quick one. Have you had a chance to throw to Justin Jefferson? What do you see him doing differently?
Just in a ball security drill. I haven't thrown any routes to him yet. Kirk takes care of that. But I just remember the first route I watched it. It's so crisp and clean. It's exactly what you expect. A lot of times you see guys on TV and then in person it might not be as crazy, but he's one guy that what you see on game day is what you get out here, and it's really impressive to see him run routes and do his thing.
We'll get some reps
sometime. No doubt.
What receiver do you find most chemistry with?
Man, a lot of the young guys that I've been in with. I don't want to name one guy because just today we had completions to almost everybody out there. So I think that's the goal, is to have the same chemistry with everybody, and that's kind of what we're working towards as a young group.